All right, here's a couple of explanations from problems from worksheet 4. I'd like to start with number 5. So here we are adding and subtracting rational expressions. In order to add and subtract rational expressions, we need common denominators. So here with number 5, first thing you're going to do is factor the given quadratic here. So I noticed that the first and the last terms are both squared terms, which tell me, and it's 1 squared, so that tells me that both of the first terms have to be b, both the last terms have to be a, and just to double check, when you multiply the outsides and the insides, you get ab and ab, which combine to get 2ab. So we can factor this quadratic. This is a perfect square trinomial. Similarly, here in the second denominator, 3 is prime, so one of the first terms will be 3b, the other one will be 1b, and then again, the last term has to be a squared, so a and a. You can FOIL and double check that 3ab plus 1ab is 4ab. So you can factor using the traditional methods, or you can use guess and check too. Either way, these are the factors in the denominator. They need common denominators in order to add. So this guy over here has the b plus a. If we look over here, there's a b plus a here too, but this is a new guy. So this first fraction needs the 3b plus a, top and bottom. When we look to the second fraction, this fraction has the 3b plus a and b plus a. It needs one more b plus a on the top and bottom. So we have our least common denominator here. There's 2b plus a's, so we can write them as b plus a squared. That's our least common denominator as we work. So then our focus changes to the numerator. So we're going to distribute the a. Here I'm going to distribute a minus b times b plus a, which we can also think of as a plus b. So a minus b times a plus b is a squared minus b squared. But notice we're subtracting this fraction. So we're going to subtract this entire numerator. So when we subtract a squared minus b squared, we distribute that negative. So minus a squared plus b squared. The a squareds cancel, and we're left with that numerator. So again, taking your time, thinking about all of your algebra skills, looking for those patterns that make the factoring or the multiplying a little bit easier. Okay, next, number 7. Again, we factor in the green, and then look from one side to the next. So this first factor has the x plus 3, x minus 2. Looking over here, the x minus 2's match, it needs that x plus 2. So it has everything the other guy has. So x plus 2 top and bottom. This fraction has the 2 green. Looking over at this guy, the x plus 3 is what it's missing. So we multiply the top and bottom. So our least common denominator is those 3 factors. So it'll go in the denominator. Now we can focus our attention in the numerator. Distribute the 3x plus 6. Distribute the negative 4. We are subtracting this fraction, so we'll have to distribute it, so we can put it together with a 4 and distribute it as a negative 4, and then combine your numerator to get your final answer. Okay, number 8 is super similar. There's only one factor in the first fraction, one factor in the second fraction, so they need each other. This first fraction needs the x plus 4. The second fraction needs the x plus 3. So that's our least common denominator. When we distribute the x squared plus 4x, here we're subtracting this product. So notice in orange I wrote minus and then parentheses to remind me to distribute that negative, but first I have to FOIL this out. So when you multiply x minus 1 times x plus 3, we get this quadratic. Then you can change and negate each of these signs, and then finally cancel out your like terms and combine to get your final answer. Remember, you guys, take your time, write everything out, use a separate sheet of paper if you need to, so you're not smushing all your work. Hope this helps. We'll see you in class.